हरिः ओम् नमस्सर्वेभ्यः। अद्य कृदन्तप्रकरणस्य 94तमः पाठः। अस्मिन् वर्गे शत्रुशानच् प्रत्यययोः सूत्राणाम् अध्ययनं करिष्यामः। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयं नमस्कृत्य तदुक्तिः परिभाव्य च वैयाकरणसिद्धान्तकौमुदीयं विरच्यते। सिद्धान्तकौमुद्याः अस्य कृदन्तप्रकरणस्य वर्गस्य पञ्चप्रयोजनानि। सिद्धान्तकौमुद्याः कृदन्तप्रकरणस्य सर्वेषां सूत्राणां विस्तारेण अध्ययनं, यत्र आवश्यकं तत्र अन्येषां व्याख्यानानां साहाय्येन शास्त्राध्ययनं, सर्वेभ्यः धातुभ्यः यथा योग्यं कृत्प्रत्यययोजनं, कृत्प्रत्यये परे रूपनिर्माणप्रक्रियायाः अभ्यासः, तथा च अष्टाध्याय्याः तृतीयाध्यायस्य कण्ठस्थीकरणम्। यस्तनवर्गे अस्माभिः पञ्चमं करपत्रं प्रारब्धं वर्तमानकालनिर्देशकाः प्रत्ययाः। तत्र प्रारम्भिकं सूत्रं वर्तमाने लट इत्यत्र वर्तमानः इति अधिकारः उक्तः अस्ति। अस्मात् सूत्रात् आरभ्य तृतीयाध्यायस्य तृतीयपादस्य प्रथमं सूत्रं यावत् अस्य व्याप्तिः अग्रे विद्यते। अस्मिन्नेव अधिकारे प्रथमं सूत्रं लटः शत्रुशानचावप्रथमा समानाधिकरणे वर्तमाने विधीयमानः नो चेत् विहितः यः लट् लकारः तस्य अप्रथमा समानाधिकरणे शत्रु तथा शानच् एतौ आदेशौ भवतः भाष्यकारेण तु कुत्रचित् प्रथमा समानाधिकरणे अपि भवितुम् अर्हतः इति अस्मिन् विषये उक्तम् अस्ति। अद्यतनवर्गे शत्रु तथा शानच् प्रत्ययोः यैः सूत्रैः विधानं क्रियते एतेषां सर्वेषां सूत्राणाम् अध्ययनं कुर्मः। So if you look at this, starting with 3, 2, 1, 2, 4, let us Shatrushanachava Prathama Samanadhikarane, all the way till 3, 2, 1, 3, 3, Arha Pujayam Iti Sutram Yavat, Shatru Kutrachit Shatru Pratyaya Asti, Kutrachit Shatru Shanach Pratyay Dvayam Asti, Tadanantaram Agre Bhinnaha Pratyayah Santi, Parantu Atra अस्मिन् खण्डे शत्रु तथा शानच् एतौ प्रत्ययौ पाठितौ स्तः। एतयोः अध्ययनम् अद्यतनवर्गे कुर्मः। So this is the list of sutras. Lata Shatrushanachava Prathama Samanadhikarane Sambodhane cha Lakshana Hetvoh Kriyayaha Adisthani Trini Sutrani Eteshu Sutreshu Vartamana Kale Latlakarasya Adesha Rupena Shatru Tatha Shanach Pratyaho Vidhanam Krutam Asti. In all these three sutras, you first get a Latlakara and then it gets converted to Shatru or Shanach. We saw the first sutram, only the brief discussion about the first sutram yesterday. Adyatana varge asya sutrasya vyakhyanam tadanantaram cha agre vidyamanam sutradvayam etat sarvam pashyamah एतेषु सर्वेषु सूत्रेषु लट् लकारस्य आदेशरूपेण शत्रु तथा शानच् प्रत्ययः भवति। तदनन्तरम् अग्रे विद्यमानानि चत्वारि सूत्राणि मध्ये कश्चन गैप अस्ति। लुक एट दिस। लट शत्रुशानचाव प्रथमा समानाधिकरणे संबोधने च लक्षणहेतोः क्रियायाः then you have tau sat pung yajo shanana tachilyayo vachana shaktishu chanash. So this is a slightly different discussion. We will talk about this at some other point in time. There is tau sat, that is the samnya sutra. We will talk about it today. But then pung yajo shanana and tachilyayo vachana shaktishu chanash, we will skip them for now. We'll come to it a little later. तदनन्तरम् अग्रे इंधार्यो शत्रकृच्छिणि द्विषो मित्रे सुयो यज्ञ संयोगे अर्हः प्रशंसायाम्। एतेषु चतुर्षु सूत्रेषु वर्तमानकाले धातोः साक्षात् शत्रुप्रत्ययः पाठ्यते. So understand the difference. For the first three sutras over here, it is lat lakara and then lat becomes a shatru. On the other hand, for the next four sutras, it is a dhatu and a direct shatru pratyaya comes, just like all other pratyas, ktak, tavatun, vul, and all others which directly come in front of the dhatu without needing any lakara. In the same way, we have vartamane sakshat vidhiyamanaha shatru pratyaya. Shanach is not obtained in this context. It is only shatru which comes directly in front of a dhatu without needing a lakara. So we will talk about these things when we enter this particular section. And then finally, all the way in 3.3.14, that's basically sheet number 7. So if you skip the entire sheet number 6 and go to sheet number 7, there is a sutram all the way at the end of sheet number 7. Lruta sadva anena sutrena lrut pratyayasya shatru tatha shanach etau adeshau bhavatah. So lrut lakara, the lakara that is used to indicate bhavishyat kala, lrut lakara is also converted into shatru and shanach pratyayas by this particular lrutah sadva sutram. I'm getting a message over here that my audio is low, not audible. So maybe some of you can tell me if it's actually low right now or if it's okay for now. Okay, it looks like it is a little bit different than usual. Give me 1 minute. I'll fix the microphone. Okay, I think I did what I could do. Let me see. It seems there's anyway, I think I did what I could do this. Okay. Okay, anyway, if there is still problem, you can send a message. I tried to change the microphone. I think it should be okay now. But if you continue to see the issue, please send me a message and I'll try to fix something. Okay, so back to the subject. So tatra saptame patre, in the 7th sheet we have lrutas sadva. Lrutas sadva ityanena lrut pratyayasya shatru tatha shanach adesho bhavatah. So that's one sutra towards the end where lrut lakarasya adesha rupena bhavishyat kale shatru tatha shanach etau pratyayo bhavatah. So we have 3 different ways in which these pratyayas are added. They are added in the Vartamana as an Adesha to Lat Lakara. They are added in Vartamana directly to the Dhatu, only the Shatru Pratyaya, and they are added as an Adesha to the Rut Lakara. So these 3 different aspects we are going to learn in today's class. Tatra prarabhamahe Prathamam Sutram Lataha Shatrushanachau Prathama Samanadhikarani. Yesterday there was a lot of question, lot of misunderstanding, or people were not ready to believe that prayogas like pathan asti, gachan asti, and so on are not acceptable according to the Sutrakara. So all the things should be clear right now on the screen over here. The sutra itself makes most of the stuff clear. Lataha shatrushanachau aprathama samanadhikarane kashikam pashyamaha. Lataha ityukte lat lakarasya shatru shanach adeshau bhavatah apratham tena chet tasya samanadhikaranyam bhavati. So remember the diagram that we had yesterday. You have a lat in the beginning. Lat gets changed to the tibadis, or lat gets changed to shatru and shanach, depending on whether it is whether it is prathama samanadhikaranam or whether it is dvitiya to saptami samanadhikaranam. So lataha shatrushanachau ityetau adeshau bhavatah अप्रथमान्तेन चेत् तस्य समानाधिकरण्यं भवति. So he starts with the examples of Dvitiya. He does not give an example of Prathama. Pachantam devadattam pasya, pachamanam devadattam pasya, pachata kritam, pachamanena kritam, and so on. Aprathama samanadhikarane iti kim? Devadattah pachati ityatra devadattah pachan asti iti na bhavati. That's why aprathama samanadhikarane. Aprathama samanadhikarane iti kim? Devadattah pachati. But it turns out that Bhashyakara has also, under conditions approved the usage of Prathama. So then he tries to justify that usage in some way. So he says, understand this very beautiful argument. Lat iti vartamane punaha lad grahanam. If you look at the list of sutras, we say vartamane lat, and he could have just said tasya shatrushana chava prathama samanadhikarane, or he could have said shatrushana chava prathama samanadhikarane and brought lat as an anuvritti. Instead of doing that, he explicitly writes lat again. So lat iti uchchamane punaha lad grahanam kimartham adhika vidhanartham. Panini wants to tell something more is what he is saying. Now obviously these are all interpretations by the commentaries, because when Panini is explicitly saying that it is aprathama samanadhikaranam, trying to interpret the word letter to bring prathama samanadhikaranam is not really a useful activity. He's explicitly saying something and you're contradicting his statements by bringing by saying that lat ityasya adhika grahanam, nochet lat ityasya dvivaram ucharanam prathama samanadhikaranaartham. So these are all tactics being played by the commentators, by the Vaiyakarnas, to simply put in the meaning that they think is correct. So that's what Kashika is doing over here. Lat iti vartamane punaha lad grahanam adhika vidhanartham. Something extra Panini wants to tell. And what is that extra? Look at how delicate or weird that next statement is. Kvachit prathama samanadhikarane api bhavati. So it is not even a clear mention that it will happen in prathama samanadhikaranam. Kvachit prathama samanadhikarane bhavati. So like in Paninian Vyakaranam or Sanskrit grammar, you have those back doors, or you have those, what can we say, ways to hack the system. There is something called Bahulam, there is something called Sutrasya Anityatvam. So these are all various ways to simply hack the system and put the intended meaning inside it. This is another instance of that. Kvachit prathama samanadhikarane api bhavati. And then he gives a few examples. Asa dhatuhu asti chet san brahmanaha iti prayogaha bhavati. Vidyate iti asti, vita dhatu asti chet vidyamana brahmanaha iti prayogaha bhavati. So vidyamanaha brahmanaha san brahmanaha juvat adhiyanaha. So some such forms are seen and we should accept those forms. That's exactly what he is saying over here. Let's skip these middle one line, mangya crochet. I'll talk about it in a minute, but let's go ahead. Kechit vibhasha grahanam anuvartayanti nanvor vibhasha iti. So some people, now because this has to be some kind of explanation, not everybody would agree to the fact that letter has been repeated for this particular intent. So then some people give a slightly different kind of explanation. Nanvor vibhasha ityasma, that nanvor vibhasha is over here towards earlier. So nanvor vibhasha purilung chasmi. So it's 32120. We can actually go to this letter Shatrushanacho and I'll show you where it is. So nanvor vibhasha appears like 2 sutras before. Over here, nanvor vibhasha. So people also say vibhasha ityasya shabdasya agre atu anuvrittihi agacchati. So lataha Shatrushanacho aprathama samanadhikarane vibhasha cha prathama samanadhikarane. So then people bring the anuvritti of vibhasha to somehow justify their intended usage. So kechid vibhasha grahanam anuvartayanti nanvor vibhasha iti. And that also is not a clear vibhasha. It is a vyavasthita vibhasha. What is a vyavasthita vibhasha? Panini will tell, or the commentators will tell, which are the correct prayogas and which are not the correct prayogas. Essentially, this is all golmal in a simple language. Yatha darshanam prayogaha netavyaha. So yatha darshanam. If you see a prayoga in Ramayanam, Bhagavad Gita, for example, Mahabharatam, some kritis of Kalidasa, yatha darshanam tatra prayogaha netavyaha. You should carry along with them, try to explain these prayogas based on their usage. सो विभाषा गृहणम अनुवर्तयन्ति नन्वोर विभाषा इति सा च व्यवस्थित विभाषा तत्र यथा दर्शनं प्रयोगाः नेतव्याः इति अत्र आशयः. So again, there is probably it's a time to unlearn a few things. If you always thought that Ramaha Pachan Asti is as well accepted statement in grammar, unfortunately it is not. If you ever thought that Ramaha Pachan Asti indicates a present continuous, whereas Ramaha Pachati indicates a simple present, then that is basically completely wrong. That is not even put for a debate. What is being put for debate? Whether Ramaha Pachan Asti is grammatically acceptable or it is not acceptable, that is being put for a debate. But whether Ramaha Pachan Asti is present continuous, definitely not. It is exactly identical to Ramaha Pachati. In addition, Ramaha Pachati is probably more appropriate according to grammar. Ramaha Pachan Asti, essentially you should not be using these prayogas, but if you see these prayogas somewhere, there is a way to justify them. So that's the Vyavasthita Vibhasha, or that's the Kvachits Prathama Samanadhikarani api bhavati. Let's take a look at Kaumudi. Apratmantena Samanadhikaranye Sati. So that's Aprathama Samanadhikarani. Shabadi. So he explains the prakriya pacha plus shapa plus shatru and so on. Pachantam chaitram pashya. Atra dvitiya samanadhikarane se udaharanam asti. Lat iti vartamane punaha lat grahanam adhika vidhanartham says the same thing. Tena prathama samanadhikaranye kvachit. Sometimes happens. San brahmanaha, a brahmana which exists, and so on. So this is basically the summary of letter Shatrushana Java Prathama Samanadhikarane. And there is a Vartikam present over here which we will take a look. Mangya Kroshe. So Mang iti kinchan avyayam asti. Actually there are two avyayas. There is an avyaya called Ma, just Ma. And there is another avyaya called Mang with a Ng present next to it. Both of these avyayas mean one and the same thing, negation. So don't do or something like that. So ma is basically inhibition, negation. Now it turns out that when you use the verb ma, when you use the avyayam ma, you can use any form. In general, you will use lot lakar, for example, in front of it. Ma kuru, ma gachha, ma khada, and so on. But when you use manga, a similar looking but a different avyaya manga, there is a rule which says that when you use a manga avyaya, you must use lung lakara as an apavada to all other lakaras. So there is a sutra which says mangi lung. Mangi lung 33175. There is a sutra sarvalakara apavadaha. So mang avyayasya upasthitau dhatoho lung lakaraha bhavati sarvalakaranam apavadaha. If you use the verb mang to indicate a negation, which is a different verb, avyaya, mang to indicate a negation, which is different than ma, it should be lung lakara, ma gamaha, ma bhoot, ma karshihi, ma lekhit, and so on. So these are all examples of lung lakara. However, when that mang is accompanied with an akrosha, akrosha is basically dhikkara, to shout at somebody, to point somebody low, to insult somebody. If that particular aspect is associated with mang, then you use the lat lakara and the shatru pratyaya as another or as an apavada on top of lung. So sarva lakaranam apavada rupena mang ityasya upasthitau lung lakare prapte akroshaha asti chet tasya apavadena api shatru pratyah lat lakaraha tasya cha shatru adeshaha no chet shana cha adesha whatever bhavati. So ma pachan, if you are shouting at somebody, don't cook, ma pachan or ma pachamanaha. So same thing, mangi akroshe iti vaktavyam, looks like a typo. Mangi akroshe iti vaktavyam or iti vachyam, ma jivan yasyaha paravadnya dukkadagdhopi jivati. So somebody who is completely insulted or completely, disrespected by other, he does not get self-confidence. He just, keeps on weeping, keeps on crying. He is sad, but he doesn't act on that particular insult, that person is not worth living, he should die. So typically, for example, somebody says, oh you idiot, somebody has insulted you, you are not even responding, why are you alive, what is the point of your life? So ma jivan, what is the point of your life? Don't live, go and die. So ma jivan yaha paravadnya dukha para avadnya dukkha, somebody's insult done by other person, and then that person feels, the one who is being insulted feels extremely bad, he feels extremely hurt because of that insult, but he still doesn't take an action. So ma jivanya paravadnya para avadnya dukkha jivati. This is an example given in Kaumudi. Mangi lung iti prapte etadvachana samarthyat lat. वस्तुतस्तु मांग इत्यस्य उपस्थितौ लुङ् लकारः भवेत्, तदपवादेन अत्र लट इति भवति. So that is the whole account of lata shatrushanajava prathama samanadhikarane. The points to note over here, one second. The points to note over here are, number one, Shatru and Shanacha are to be used for Dvitiya to Sapnami Samanadhikaranam. Can you use it for Prathama? Yes. Is it wrong to use it for Prathama? Definitely no. If you see a Prayoga, will you be able to justify it? Yes. Having said that, is it recommended to use in Prathama? No, because then there is a gray line over here. Kvachit Prathama Samanadhikarane api bhavati. Sometimes it happens, which means that you should not be interested, or you should not be, what can you say? You should not try to use it, you should try to avoid it. You should not be very much inclined to using it. Try to use the normal Tinganta forms as much as possible. The real power of Shatru and Shanach is harnessed when it goes to Dvitiya to Sapnam Samanadhikaranam. And what is wrong, considering that Shatru Pratyaya in Prathama is present continuous, and distinguishing between Ramaha Gachan Asti and Ramaha Gacchati is completely wrong. So that should definitely be avoided. With this, let's move on to the next sutra. Now, next 2-3 sutras are going to be easy. Let us Shatrushana Chava Prathama Samanadhikarane Sambodhane cha. So, Sambodhanasya Nirdeshartham api Shatru tatha Shanach Pratyayo bhavataha. Why does he need Sambodhane cha? Because Sambodhana is a type of Prathama. So, Prathama Aprathama Samanadhikarane Uktam asti. Prathama Samanadhikarane Uktam nasti. Sambodhane idanim asya prayogaha अनुमन्यते. So प्रथमा समानाधिकरणार्थः आरम्भः, संबोधने विषये लटः शत्रुशानचौ प्रत्ययो भवतः. So हे पचन देवदत्त किं त्वं पचसि, हे पचमान देवदत्त, and so on. So हे pachan or he pachamana, these are the constructs that are allowed because this is sambodhana. So Panini allows it for Dvitiya to Saptami and then Sambodhana. Bhashyakara adds a line on top of it to say Prathama. Let's actually go to this Vartamane letter sutra. I promised yesterday that I'll show a small fragment in the Bhashya in this particular context. The Bhashya for letter Shatrushan and Shama Prathama Asmanadhikarane is huge, and this is not a Bhashya course, so I don't want to look at this, how huge it is. I don't want to go in the Bhashya, but let's look at the last line. So basically, after doing this whole discussion, finally the student or the Purva Paksha asks the final question, what is the verdict? He says, we have had all the discussion, what is the verdict? Na tarhi idanim aprathama samanadhikarana iti vaktavyam. So he says, so what is your verdict? Aprathama samanadhikarana iti na tarhi vaktavyam. Are you suggesting that we get rid of aprathama samanadhikaranam in the sutram? Because the prayogas for prathama samanadhikaranam are seen. So maybe you have modified multiple sutras in the past, so why not just get rid of aprathama samanadhikaranam? So then the answer to that question is very interesting. Vaktavyam cha. So he says, no, what Panini is saying is correct. It should be aprathama samanadhikaranam only. Kim prayojanam? Nityartham. Whenever it is aprathama samanadhikaranam, you don't have a choice. You cannot have ting pratyaya astibadis. You must do Shatru or Shanach. That is a compulsion. Remember yesterday's slide, there was a separate blue colored box which says etau nityam bhavatah. So atra किमर्थम अप्रथमासमानाधिकरणे इति वक्तव्यं नित्यार्थम अप्रथमासमानाधिकरणे तत्र विकल्पः नास्ति तिप्तस्झि प्रत्ययः न भवितुमर्हति नित्यौ शत्रुशानचौ यथा स्यातां क्व तर्हि इदानीं विभाषा. So where is that option coming? So because one is a nitya, there will be some option. What is that option? Prathama samanadhikarani. So in Prathama samanadhikaranam kutrachit ayam vikalpaha drishyate. So pachan, pachati, pachamanaha, pachate. So this kind of option is acceptable or can be justified in case of Prathama samanadhikaranam also. Somebody is asking, how do you express present continuous in Sanskrit? You cannot express present continuous in Sanskrit with a different lakara. When I say you cannot express, all that I mean is there is no different lakara. When you say Ramaha Pathati, it means Ram is reading and it also means Ram reads. So there is no distinction of present continuous versus simple present versus present perfect continuous, blah blah. There is no such distinction in Sanskrit. A single Vartamana, there is only one Vartamana. All other cases of Vartamana or all possible Vedas of Vartamana have to be written using Lat Lakara and therefore Shatru and Shanish Pratyas or Tibadis, whichever is the case. So that completes the next sutram, Sambodhanecha. Let's go to the third sutram in the list. So we had 3 sutras which talk about Shatru and Shanach. So let us Shatru Shanacha Prathama Samanadhikarani Sambodhanecha. And the next sutram is Lakshana Hetvoho Kriyayaha. A little bit of explanation is needed for this particular sutram. Lakshana Hetvoho Kriyayaha. Just 1 minute. So atra anena sutrena lakshana hetvoho lakshanasya vishayah asti no ched hetuh asti tarhi shatru tatha shanach pratyayau uktau staha. So let me first explain what is this lakshana and what is this hetu, and then everything will tie together. We will talk about the sutram. So first thing, lakshana. So there are 2 different things in this particular sutram. There is a lakshana and there is a hetu. So let's first talk about what is a lakshana. Lakshana is a chinnam, a sign, an indication. So lakshyate anena iti lakshanam. Something which is an indicator of something else. So typically, for example, when you are walking on the road and there is a sign for a speed breaker, so then it is a lakshana, it is a chinnam that there is a speed breaker in front. Is that sign itself a speed breaker? No. Is it guaranteed that there will be a speed breaker in front? May not be. Maybe somebody has incorrectly installed a sign, or maybe the speed breaker has lost its curvature or whatever. But in general, it is a lakshana. So if you see a sign for a speed breaker, most often than not, you will slow down your vehicle so that you will in order to, or by expecting that there will be a speed breaker. That is the chinna, that is the lakshana. In order to indicate a lakshana of one kriya, sometimes another kriya is used. That is the context in this particular sutram. So here in the example that I given, the speed breaker sign which is present on the board is not a kriya. So it is an object. So an object is a lakshana for another object. The actual speed breaker is another object and the signboard present on the road is another object. So in this particular example, one object is a lakshana, is an indication of another object. But sometimes what happens is one kriya is an indication of another kriya. Simple example, when a baby starts crying, the mother immediately understands that baby is, for example, hungry and baby wants to eat. So basically, the action of crying is a chinnam that maybe the baby is hungry or baby wants to eat or baby is tired and so on. So then one kriya, when it is a lakshana of another kriya, in that particular scenario, one can use the Shatru Pratyaya or Shanach Pratyaya. If it is Parasmaipadi Dhatu, Shatru Pratyaya. If it is Atmanipadi Dhatu, Shanach Pratyaya. So when one Kriya is a Lakshana for another Kriya, one can use the Shatru or the Shanach Pratyaya to indicate that Lakshana that is meant by the sutra Lakshana Hetvo Kriyayaha. Let's take first example given in the commentaries, and then we will take a look at the detailed explanation of the word Lakshanam. So the example given in the commentaries over here is Shayanaha Khadanti Yavanaha. So Yavana is some intruder in your country, an external person or a foreigner, for example. Foreigner not in the modern sense, but like somebody who is attacking and trying to capture your country or whatever. So a Yavana, what is a typical sign of a Yavana? The Yavanas will lie down in a sleeping position and they will eat. So this is basically what people have observed. Normal culture in the country is to eat while sitting or standing, but those external intruders, those Yavanas, they will horizontally lie down and they will eat. So that's a typical example. Another example, not very good, but because Bhashyakara explicitly writes this example, I would like to mention this. So for example, urinating while standing, it is a lakshana of foreigners, or nowadays it's this should not be taken in the modern context, but in those days, for example, tishthan mutrayati is an exact example quoted in the Bhashya in this context. So then the urinating while standing, or here eating while sleeping. So these are basically, so sleeping is a lakshana of eating. When he lies down at a lunchtime, then it is a typical lakshana that now he's going to have his lunch. So here shayanaha, this is a lakshana. Khadanti is the actual action. If I tell you that the Yavanas are eating, you can be sure that they are sleeping. Or if you go to their house at lunchtime and if you see they are lying down, it's a typical indication that the lunch plate will come in front of them. So Shayanaha Khadanti Yavanaha Atra Kriya Dvayam Asti. Prathama Kriya, the act of sleeping. The second Kriya, the act of eating. Which is the Lakshana? Sleeping is the Lakshana. The Chinnam is to lie down. The actual action that they want to do is eat. So in this particular context, the Kriya that indicates the Lakshana, sleeping down or lying down, can be indicated or should be indicated using the Shanach Pratyaya, because Shi Dhatu is Atmanipadi. So Shanach Pratyaya, and we will say Shayanaha Khadanti Yavanaha. So Yavanaha is the Karta, Khadanti is the Kriya. Yavanaha Khadanti, the intruders are eating. And how do I know this, or what is the typical characteristics? They will lie down in a sleeping position and then they will eat. So Shayanaha Yavanaha Khadanti. So Lakshanam ityukte kim? Lakshate anena iti lakshanam. Understand this particular explanation. Yatra kasyachana padarthasya jnanam कयाचित क्रियया भवति तत्र सा क्रिया पदार्थस्य लक्षणं नाम्ना ज्ञायते. So basically the kriya is the lakshana. अस्यां स्थितौ पदार्थस्य निर्देशः लक्षणवाचिन्याः क्रियायाः आधारेण कर्तुं धातोः लट्लकारं प्रयुज्य यतस्य यथोचितं शत्रु शानच् आदेशः भवति. So Shatru तथा Shanach Adeshaha kasya bhavati? Lakshanavachini kriya asti. Somebody is asking, does she shete means to sleep or to dream or to lie down? Dhatunam aneke arthaha santi. So even if the dhatu says she swapne, it does not necessarily mean sleep in the sense go to sleep. It can also mean lie down. It can also mean take a horizontal position or whatever. So there are multiple meanings of the dhatu, and you have to take an appropriate meaning that fits in the context. So somebody is actually snoring and sleeping, how can he eat? That's not possible. So you have to probably take a meaning that goes closer to the reality. So here lying down looks like a correct meaning. Yaha shayanam krutva khadati saha yavanaha iti yavananam lakshanam. There are a few more questions. Is it, so let me just read out this question, it's very long. Is it the first kriya that is the lakshana, as it seems both the kriyas together indicate a yavana? So this is not an indication of yavana, this is an indication of the lakshana of the khadanti kriya. The kriya is khadanti, or you can say lakshana of yavana also, that's also possibly possible to have a meaning over here. But what is the lakshana? Somebody who is eating while sleeping. So lakshana is a sleeping act. Khadanti cannot be a lakshana of yavana because everybody will eat. Sleeping is not just a lakshana because everybody will sleep, but the lakshana is while sleeping you are eating. So if the question is both of these together indicate a lakshana, kind of, but then one is a lakshana for another. So even there you have to say which is the bigger lakshana and what is the actual kriya that is happening. So they are not sleeping, is not the main kriya. The main kriya is khadanti. So you have to use a thing over there. And the lakshana, the indicatory kriya, the chinna is act of lying down. So then we say that is lakshana. So shayanaha khadanti yavanaha ityatra shayanaha iti lakshanam तस्य निर्देशः शानच् प्रत्ययेन क्रियते. अत्र अयं प्रयोगः वर्तमानकाले अस्ति, परन्तु तत्र actual kriya nasti, in the sense he is not actually sleeping, he is just lying down. So it is not like saha shete saha khadati cha iti arthah nasti. No, if you have two different kriyas, he is sleeping and he is eating, you can directly use lata shatrusana chava prathama samanadhikarane. Or because this is in prathama, you can use kvachit prathama samanadhikarane. But what is happening is this is a chinha that is being told. So when he eats, he lies down. Right now he might not be lying down. So in that case, you cannot directly use lata shatrusana chava prathama samanadhikarane. It is a chinha that is being told, and therefore shayanaha iti prayogaha atra lakshanam anusrutya bhavati, nahi vartamana kriya vartamanavachini kriyam anusrutya bhavati. This is still in vartaman kala only, so it means that whenever he is eating he will sleep, but it's primarily used as a lakshana. Another reason or another way to look at this particular sutram is that Panini, now you have to look from the frame of Sutrakara. Panini explicitly prohibits Prathama Samanadhikaranam. So then he has to justify certain well-known usages of Prathama Samanadhikaranam. One of them could be Shayanaha. So some places where Prathama Samanadhikaranam is also used, they have been justified by further sutras like Lakshana Hetu Kriyayaha or Suyo Yajna Sanyoge, Arha Prashamsayam, and so on. So maybe Prathama Sama, all these sutras you will see the examples of Prathama Samanadhikaranam. You can say that these Prathama Samanadhikaranam or these examples are for Prathama Samanadhikaranam under certain circumstances, one of which is this Lakshana. So that is one part we have to cover a lot. So that is just Lakshana, and then second is Hetu. What is Hetu? It's a very overloaded word. Hetu can mean Karana, the cause, and Hetu can also mean Phalam, the result, the effect. So I have explained this when we talked, I think in sheet number 3, there was a sutram Kriyo Hetu Tachilya Nalomyeshu. So at that particular point in time, I vaguely or briefly mentioned that Hetu is of two types. There is, or Hetu can mean two things, cause as well as effect. Both of them can be represented by the word Hetu. So Hetuhu iti karanam api bhavitum arhati, Hetuhu iti phalam api bhavitum arhati, karanasya nirdeshartham, phalasya nirdeshartham, atra ubhayatra शत्रु नो चेत् शानच् इति प्रत्ययो लट् लकारस्य आदेशरूपेण भवितुम् अर्हतः. पश्यामः, यत्र एका क्रिया अपरस्याः क्रियायाः कारणं द्योतयति, one is the reason of another, then we say that the one that is the karana, the one that is the hetu, gets the shatru or shanach. So harim smaran muchyate. This is a karmani prayoga. A person who continuously remembers Lord Vishnu gets liberation, gets mukti by Vishnu himself. So muchyate iti karmani prayogaha. Harim smaran brahmanaha muchyate. So muchyate, this is the actual kriya. What is the karana? What is the trigger? What is the cause of that kriya? Smaranam is the cause of that kriya. The smaranam, the action of remembering, results in the moksha. So harim smaran muchyate ityatra कारणवाचिनी क्रिया स्मृ इति धातुना निर्दिश्यते तस्य निर्देशार्थम अत्र लट् लकारः तस्य च शत्रु आदेशः भवति कश्चन भक्तः मोक्ष प्राप्तेः हेतुना हरिं स्मरति so here the word hetu is used for phala so moksha is phala smaranam is karana so then the karana is being indicated by the shatru pratyaya Harim smaran muchyate. Again, you see an example of Prathama Samanadhikaranam over here. On the other hand, you can also have examples of phalam. So I go and stay in Kashi, I go and stay over there, and as a result, I have an access to lots of scholars and I'm able to easily learn Vyakaranam. So Kashim Gatva Vasati तस्य किं फलं व्याकरणं सम्यक् रूपेण पठति जानाति इति तस्य फलं सो एका क्रिया कस्यचन फलस्य प्राप्त्यर्थं क्रियते going and staying in Kashi is a kriya the actual kriya the phala of that is studying grammar so then the phalavachini kriya can be represented using shatru or shanach so vyakaranam pathan kashyam vasati यथा कश्चन पंडितः व्याकरणाध्ययनस्य हेतुना here also the word hetu is used to indicate phala so व्याकरणाध्ययनम् इति फलं काशीं गत्वा वसति तत्र काश्यां व्याकरणं पठन् वसति इति प्रयोगः now this particular example is a little difficult to understand because when you translate it to English it immediately resonates with karana so why are you going to Kashi I am going because I want to study grammar as soon as you change that as soon as you put that kind of tone it becomes karanam whether it is karanam or whether it is phalam you can definitely use a hetu and you can apply the shatru pratyaya over there or shanach pratyaya over there whatever is the case but this particular example is explicitly quoted for the phala for the result and the way it has been presented is saha kashim gacchati tatra aneke panditaah santi aphalaswarupam तेषां साहाय्येन सः सम्यक् रूपेण व्याकरणं पठति सो व्याकरणं पठति इति फलं काशीं गच्छति इति तत्र कारणम् अत्र काश्यां व्याकरणं पठन् वसति इति अत्र हेतुशब्दस्य फलम् इत्यस्मिन् अर्थे अत्र प्रयोगः So three different cases. Actually, Kashika does not even distinguish between Karanam versus Phalam because both of them are just Hetu and either way you are allowed to use is the same Sutram. So this is unnecessary level of details, but it's been explained in Kaumudi. So I also explained over here. Basically, it is Lakshana, which is the Chinnam, and it is the Hetu, which is either Phala or it is Karana. So let's now look at the commentary. It should be very easy to understand. Lakshyate chinyate tad lakshanam janakaha hetuhu. So first he explains the two words. What is a lakshanam? It is the indication, it is the chinnam. Janakaha, janaka is the karana, is the hetu. Dhatvartha visheshanam cha etat लक्षणे हेतौ च अर्थे वर्तमानात् धातोः परस्य लटः शत्रुशानचौ आदेशौ भवतः कदा भवतः लक्षण हेतु क्रिया विषयौ भवतः the lakshana should be a kriya like sleeping for example is a kriya hetu like say remembering smarati iti kriya asti or in the third example vyakaranam pathati it is a kriya so when the lakshana and the hetu they are related to the kriya or they are indicators of the kriya only then this particular sutram is used lakshane Shayanaha bhunjate yavanaha. So the yavanas, when they eat, they are typically in the lying down position. Second example, it will make things even more clear. Tishtantaha anushasati ganakaha. Anushasati iti prathama purushasya bahuvachanasya rupam. Shasti shishtaha Shasati. Prathama Purusha Bahuvachanam. So Ganakaha, the rulers or the kings, when they want to announce an important punishment or when they want to do some important announcement, they will stand up from their desk or stand up from their asana and they will announce. So typically they are sitting on their asana when the assembly is going on, but when they want to finally give a verdict, maybe some punishment or maybe some very important announcement, they will stand up. So if you are in that assembly and if the king suddenly stands up, there is a lakshana, it is a lakshana that now the king is going to give some important announcement or some important punishment. So tishtantaha, standing up, is a lakshana of what? Anushasanam, some kind of rule, punishment, important announcement. That's the actual kriya whose lakshana is standing up. So tishtantaha anushasati ganakaha. These are the examples of lakshana. Hetu ityasya udaharanam kim? Arjayan vasati. So stays there for earning or stays there and then earns. It can be either karanam or phalam. Adhiyanaha vasati. We saw this example of vyakaranam adhiyanaha vasati, nyayam adhiyanaha vasati. So kashyam vasati kim phalam vyakaranadhyanam iti phalam. Lakshana hetvoho iti kim, then he does a dalakrutyam. Lakshana hetvoho iti kim, pachati, pathati, ityatra na bhavati. It's just normal verb. In this case, you cannot have pachan or pathan according to the Sutrakara. Kriyayaha iti kim. Understand what I was continuously saying. Tatra lakshanasya nirdeshaha kriyaya bhavet. So a speed breaker sign is not a kriya. So you cannot use this particular sutra in that context. Sleeping is a kriya. Standing up from the asana is a kriya. So, or studying vyakaranam is a kriya. So for these kriyas, you are allowed to use this sutra. That's why this word lakshanitvoho kriyayaha. So kriyayaha iti kim? Anyatra dravyam asti, an object, gunaha asti, characteristic. एतेषां विषये न भवेत्. So यः कंपते सः अश्वत्थः. Kampana kriya, that is a lakshana. Whatever is, so for example, you are showing a few trees, only one of them is shaking, and if you say the one that is shaking is the people tree, is the ashwatha, then that is not, I mean, there is no kriya associated over here. So yaha kampate saha ashwatthah ityatra kriyayaha abhave asya sutrasya prayogaha na bhavati. Yadutplavate tad laghu yad nishidati tad guru. So the one that floats has less density, the one that goes down has more density. So it is laghu versus it is guru. So all the way in all these cases, there is no kriya. Earlier there was kriya, like khadati was kriya, shete was kriya, or vasati was kriya. In both that of these should be kriya, as I mentioned. So khadati and shete, these are the two kriyas. Or in other examples, vasati and pathati, both of them are kriyas. Or in the example over here, anushasati and tishtati, or anushasti or anushasati and tishthanti, all these are kriyas. In this example, yaha kampate sa ashwatha, ashwatha is a dravyam, it is not a kriya. Yadutplavate tad laghu, yad nishidati tad guru, tatra laghu tatha guru iti kriya nasti, atah asya sutrasya prayogah na bhavati. In homework today, there is a question on the dalakrutyam of this. All this you can explain in your own words when writing answer to that question. So Padamanjari ityatra kinchit asya lakshane shayanah ityaseva spashtikaram maya likhitamasthi. Shayanam iti bhojanasya lakshanam. So again, I want to emphasize that there are two kriyas over here. So somebody was asking, it is a lakshana of yavana. The reason why I said no, it's not a lakshana of yavana, because here it clearly says shayanam bhojanasya lakshanam, not yavananam lakshanam. Sthanam anushasanasya lakshanam. So there is one kriya which is a lakshana for another kriya. Kaubudim pathamah kriyayaha parichayake hetau cha arthe vartamana dhatoho lataha shatrushana cha ustaha shayanaha bhunjate yavanaha arjayan vasati harim pashan muchyate. Everything has been explained. Hetuhu phalam karanam cha krutya chaha. So he just gives another example. प्रपीयमाणः सोमः, अत्र कर्मणि शानच् प्रत्ययः विहितः अस्ति, अत्र अपि लक्षणेन लक्षणम् अस्ति. So the one that is being drank is soma. So prapiyamanaha somaha. I think this is it can also be considered a part of hetu. The full sentence is not given. He basically gives this prapiyamana word over here because he wants to remind you of that there is an atva over here in this particular form owing to the sutram krutyachaha iti atra ratvam bhavati. Balamanoramam pathamaha. All this should now be clear. One last reading and we'll go ahead. Shayanaha bhunjate yavanaha iti atra bhojanam kalinam shayanam bhoktuhu yavanatva suchakam. So that's another aspect, that bhoktuhu yavanatvasya suchakam. So the lakshana, it can also indicate the yavanatva. That is the reason I was not very I did not give a definite answer to that question. One commentary will tell you that it is lakshanam bhojanasya, other commentaries will tell you that it is yavanatva lakshanam. So basically there is a discussion, there is a debate between these commentaries, or there is a difference of opinion between these commentaries, and that's the reason it's hard for us to come to one definite conclusion saying other is wrong. So both of these can be acceptable conclusions. Hetau udaharati arjayan vasati iti arjanaya vasati iti arthaha. Hetau udaharanantaram, a different example, harim pashyan iti haridarshanena sansara dukkhan muchyate iti arthaha. So etat sarvam prayah spashtam syat. So that's the first three sutras. If you go back to that index, we have first three sutras, lata shatrushanah pratama samanadhikarne sambodhane cha and lakshana hetvo kriyayaha. एतानि त्रीणि सूत्राणि वर्तमाने लट् लकारस्य आदेश रूपेण शत्रु तथा शानच् प्रत्ययो विधानं कुर्वन्ति. The first one was very easy, second one was also equally easy. Lakshana hetvo kriyayaha was probably somewhat difficult to understand. Maybe listening it once or twice again, probably reading commentaries on your own, it will make this clear. Agre gacchamaha. So the next one is let us shatrushanachama prathama samanadhikarane sambodhane cha lakshana hetvo kriyayaha and tau sat. I think is there tau sat. So tau sat iti sutrena shatrushanach pratyayoho sat iti kachit samya kruta asti. So just like the way ta and tavatu are called nishtha, or tarap and tamap are called gha, tarap tamapau gha. In the same way, shatru and shanach are given a new term called sat. So when you say sat in Vyakarana Shastra, it means the two pratyayas shatru and shanach. So tau sat, tau shatru shanachau, sat samyau bhavatah, tau grahanam upadhi asamsargartham. So the shatru and shanach pratyayas themselves are the sat samyaka and not the shatru pratyayanta word. So pathan, gachan or pachamanaha, vandamanaha, these are not sat words. The shatru and shanach themselves are sat in order to indicate that he is using the word tau is what Kashika says. So Kashika says tau grahanam. Kimartham tau iti shabdah asmin sutre prayuktah asti. Tau grahanam upadhi asamsargartham. Upadhi means the samjna. Asamsarga means not to propagate it to the actual word. So sat must only be the samjna for shatru and shanach, not for the word that ends in shatru and shanach. Now this is actually not a convincing argument, because we already have a paribhasha which says samnya vidau pratyek grahane tadanta grahanam nasti. Those of you who have studied Paribhashikti Shekhara will know this. For others, the summary is that when a samnya is given to pratyayas, there is never a tadanta vidhi. Samnya vidau pratyek grahane tadanta grahanam nasti. So for example, when you say tak tavatu nishtha, there is no need of saying tavu or anything. Tak tavatu nishtha means ta and tavatu pratyayas are nishtha. It doesn't go all the way to the ta pratyayanta or tavatu pratyayanta. Or when you say tarap tamapau ghaha, it is tarap and tamap pratyayas which are gha, and not the tarap pratyayanta words and tamap pratyayanta words. So even if you would have said sat, maybe just Shatru and Shanach would have been Sata and not Shatru Pratyayanta and Shanach Pratyayanta, but somehow that Tau word has been linked to this Upadhi Asamsarga. So Shatru Shanach Matrasya Samnya Bhavati. And then he give examples. Brahmanasya Kurvan. So Kurvan ityukte yaha karoti. So somebody who does all the work of that Brahmin, basically tasya bhrutyaha, tasya dasaha, some servant. So Brahmanasya Kurvan. Very interesting example. I'll talk about this in a minute. So Brahmanasya Kurvan ityatra Kurvan iti shabdaha Shatru Pratyayanta shabdaha asti. अस्य सत इति संज्ञा भवति कस्य शत्रु प्रत्ययस्य सत इति संज्ञा भवति नहि कुर्वन् इति शब्दस्य same kru dhatu with a shanach. He has given an example brahmanasya kurvanah. So brahmanasya kurvan is basically a name for a bhrutya, the one who does everything for a brahmin. Whatever orders the brahmins gives all are executed. So brahmanasya kurvan, brahmanasya kurvanah. I'll come to these two examples in a minute. Sat pradeshaha, the place where the sat pratyay is used. Sat pradeshaha purna guna suhitartha sadavyeitavya samanadhikaranena iti adayah. So the usage of sat pratyay, sat samnya, is seen at various places in Ashtadhyayi. One of them, very few places actually, one of them is this sutram in 2.2.11, purna guna suhitartha sad avyayatavya samanadhikaranena. This is a sutram of samasam prakaranam. It is a sutram of shashti tatpurusha nishedha. So shashti tatpurusha samasasya nishedhaha bhavati. Samanya rupena shashti tatpurushaha samasaha bhavati. So Rajnyaha putraha will become Rajaputraha, Sitayaha patihi will become Sitapatihi. Parantu kutrachit shashti tatpurusha samasah na bhavati. तस्य परिगणनम अस्मिन् सूत्रे कृतमस्ति पूर्ण गुण सुहितार्थ सत् सत् प्रत्ययान्त शब्दः यदा उत्तरपद रूपेण विधीयते तदा पूर्वपदेन सह तस्य षष्ठी तत्पुरुष समासः न भवति. That is the reason why he gives an example called ब्राह्मणस्य कुर्वन्. ब्राह्मणस्य कुर्वन् इत्यत्र कुर्वन् शब्दस्य कुर्वन् शब्दे विद्यमानः शत्रु प्रत्ययः सत् सम्यकः अस्ति, अतः तस्य षष्ठी तत्पुरुष समासः न भवति. अतः अत्र ब्राह्मणस्य कुर्वम् इत्यत्र ब्राह्मण कुर्वन् इति समस्तपदं न सिद्ध्यति. सो पूर्णगुणसहितार्थ सदव्येतव्य समानाधिकरणेन इति सूत्रं षष्ठी तत्पुरुष समासस्य निषेध सूत्रं सत् प्रत्ययान्त शब्दः उत्तरपदमस्ति चेत् षष्ठी तत्पुरुष समासः न भवति. अतः अत्र ब्राह्मणस्य कुर्वन् इति उदाहरणं दत्तमस्ति. So example is also very beautifully selected. And Kaumudi just says tau shatru shanachau satsamnyau stah. So shatru and shanach pratyas are sat samnyaka pratyas lutas sadva ityanena. So this is another place where the sat pratyaya is seen used. Lutas sadva. Go back all the way to the first slide and there is this sutram over here at the end. Lutas sadva. So lut lakarasya va vikalpena sat iti adeshah bhavati. Ityukte kaha arthah shatru tatha shanach adeshah bhavati. So that was the third point that we wanted to study in today's class. Lut lakarasya adesha rupena bhavishyati shatru tatha shanach pratyayo bhavatah. We will be talking about that particular aspect once again when we go to sheet number 7. In the sheet number 7, there is already a sutra Rutas Sadva. This is the place where Rut Lakarasya Shatru Tatha Shanach Adesho Bhavatah. Today, because we are taking a quick overview of the Shatru and Shanach Pratyas, we will just take a quick look at this particular sutram. Samanya Bhavishyat Kalasa Nirdeshartham Lut Lakarasya Vaikalpika Adesha Rupena Shatru Tatha Shanach Pratyayo Bhavatah. So for example, just like the way you say Pathati becomes Pathan, Bhavishya or Pathishyati will also become Patishyan. So same thing. Pathati becomes Pathan, Pathishyati will become Patishyan. Just like the way you get rid of that anti for Prathama Bahuvachanam and add a ta over here, same thing you have to do in the Bhavishyat Kala. So Lutaha sthane satsamnau shatrushanacho va bhavatah vyavasthita vibhasha ayam. So this va present over here is again vyavasthita vibhasha. Same reason. Aprathama samanaधिकरणे नित्यम, प्रथमा समानाधिकरणे विकल्पेन. So अप्रथमा समानाधिकरणेषु नित्यं भवति, अन्यत्र विकल्पः भवति. So again the examples that are given are for अप्रथमा समानाधिकरणं. करिष्यन्तं देवदत्तं पश्य. देवदत्तः करिष्यति तं पश्य. Combine them together. करिष्यन्तं देवदत्तं पश्य. Similarly, देवदत्तः करिष्यते, उभयपदी अस्ति धातु. करिष्यते तं पश्य, करिष्यमाणं देवदत्तं पश्य. संबोधनस्य उदाहरणमस्ति अर्जयिष्यमाणः, स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक, अर्जयिष्यमाणः वसति. कुत्रचित् प्रथमासमानाधिकरणे अपि अस्ति. सो करिष्यन् देवदत्तः, करिष्यमाणो देवदत्तः, and so on. So we will come back to this sutram once again when we talk about bhavishyat kala. Right now I just wanted to explain that shatru pratyaya can also be used in the context of bhavishyat kala. Similarly, shanach pratyaya, as soon as you say shanach, karmani shanach can also use in the bhavishyat kala. So ramena granthaha patishyate, ramena granthaha pathyate iti lat lakarah karmani lat, tasya kim bhavet, ramena pathyamanah granthaha. So same way, if you say ramena granthaha patishyate, it will be ramena patishyamanaha granthaha. Or devya mahishasuraha hanishyate, devya hanishyamanaha mahishasuraha. And then tasmat indraha bhitaha. So you combine them with the panchami. It's a non-prathama samanadhikaranam. So devya hanisyamanat mahishasurat indraha bhitaha, and so on. So you can take a look at this slide. We'll come back to this slide once again when we talk about the bhavishyat kala a few classes later. So that was the summary of Shatru Pratyaya or Shanach Pratyaya coming as Adesha to Lat Lakara, which we discussed in details, and also Rut Lakara, which I showed the sutram. I went through the commentary. We will talk about that once again. I mean, almost everything has already been told. I'm not hiding anything. Everything that is there in commentary has been taught, but I'll still quickly revise it once again when we go to the Bhavishyat Kala. Now the next set of sutras is where the Shatru Pratyaya is told without starting with a Lat Lakara. So Indharyo Shatra Krichini. So there are two sutras after Tau Sata, which we will skip because they talk about Shanan and Chanash. We'll talk about them a little later. After that, again, there are four sutras present over here, which talk about Shatru Pratyaya. Indharyo Shatra Krichini, Visho Mitre, Suyo Yajna Sanyoge, and Arha Pujayam. So eteshu sarveshu sutreshu Shatru iti pratyayah धातोः साक्षात् विहितः अस्ति. किमर्थं साक्षात् विहितः? Why not you do a lat lakara and then convert it into shatru? Because if you do a lat lakara, then shatru pratyaya, which comes as an adesha for the lat lakara, becomes parasmai pada samyaka. लफ् परस्मै पदम् इति सूत्रेण लकारस्य स्थाने विधीयमानाः सर्वे प्रत्ययाः परस्मैपदसंज्ञकाः भवन्ति. As soon as a pratyay becomes parasmaipadi pratyaya, it cannot be used for atmanepadi dhatus. But here, in this particular context, for example, you can see ing dhatu is atmanepadi dhatu, sunya dhatu is ubhaypadi dhatu. So even for kartrabhipaye kriyaphale, it still it needs a shanach pratyaya. So when the dhatu is ubhaypadi dhatu, kartrabhipraye kriyaphale atmanepdam bhavati, anyatra parasmaipadam bhavati. But here for kartrabhipraye kriyaphale also you need a shatru pratyaya. Or ing dhatu over here, look at this, ing dhatu is here. It is atmanepadi dhatu, but you still need a shatru pratyaya. So then let's not have the parasmaipada samnya on the shatru pratyaya to avoid all that conflict. As such, there is no other benefit, and therefore we will directly attach shatru pratyaya to the dhatu. अतः अत्र विद्यमानैः सूत्रैः उक्तः शत्रु प्रत्ययः साक्षात् धातोः विधीयते. So shatru pratyaya, as I mentioned, previous three sutras lat lakarasya adesha rupena. Idanim these four sutras sakshat vidhiyate. Indharyoho shatra krichini, visho mitre, suyo yajna sanyoge, अर्ह प्रशंसायाम्। अत्र कः विशेषः? केवलं शत्रु प्रत्ययः एव साक्षात् भवति, शानच् प्रत्ययः साक्षात् न भवति। एतत् सर्वं चिन्तनं शत्रु प्रत्ययस्य विषये अस्ति। शानच् प्रत्ययः तु लट् लकारस्य आदेशरूपेण नो चेत् लृट् लकारस्य आदेशरूपेण भवति। So we will take these 4 sutras, and then towards the end there is a small 7 to 8 minute shastra discussion. I'll see if I can fit it in today's class. Otherwise, we can do it at some other point in time. So tatra prathamam sutram indharyo shatra krichini. So shatru plus akruchini yanadeshah asti. Shatru is the shatru pratyaya plus akruchini. Krucham ityukte dukkham. पूर्वेषु वर्गेषु अपि अस्माभिः अयं शब्दः दृष्टः आसीत्। कृच्छम् इत्युक्ते दुःखम्, अकृच्छम् इत्युक्ते सुखम्, non दुःखम् सुखम्. So somebody is pointing a mistake. Arha prashamsayam. So this is the correct. I realized this point. I forgot speaking this. So yeah, arha prashamsayam is the correct sutram. On the previous slide, all the way on the first slide, there is a typing mistake. There was some arha pujayam somewhere it was written, I think. Let's see this. Sorry, arha pujayam is the correct one. It has been written as arha prashamsayam. You're right. So arha pujayam is the correct sutram, and what I have written over here, sarvatra arha prashamsayam iti likhitam asti. Are these two patha bhedas of that sutram? Because I remember memorizing arha pujayam at some places. Okay, arha prashamsayam iti eva arha prashamsayam iti eva svikurmah. So arha prashamsayam is the correct sutram over here. So arha prashamsayam is the correct sutram, and on the screen over here what you see in the table arha pujayam, this is a typing mistake. It should be arha prashamsayam. So arha prashamsayam atrapi samyak rupena likhitam asti arha prashamsayam. I'll fix the sheet later on. So coming back to the sutram, krucham iti dukkham, akrucham iti sukham. So sukham ityukte easy going, effortlessly. So tatra dukkham vina kashtam vina karyam karoti. Asmin arthe ing dhatu तथा च धारी ध्रु प्लस णिच धारी इति धातुः नो चेत् ईङ् धातु एताभ्यां धातुभ्यां शत्रु प्रत्ययः भवति. सो दुःखं विना और कष्टं विना कार्यं करोति अस्मिन् अर्थे ईङ् धातुः. Even if ing is gatau, when you have adhi plus ing, the meaning changes to study. Adhyanam karoti iti arthah. So ing dhatu तथा च ध्रु plus णिच dhari. Dharayati means becomes acquainted with or becomes skilled at, becomes expert at. Again, dharayati doesn't mean physically there, it means holds it in the brain or gets a complete understanding of that subject. So dhru plus णिच एताभ्यां धातुभ्यां शत्रु प्रत्ययः भवति. So देवदत्तः व्याकरणम् अधीयन्. अत्र शत्रु प्रत्ययः कृतः अस्ति. अधि प्लस् इण प्लस् शत्रु तस्य अधीयन् इति प्रथम एकवचनस्य रूपं. कष्टं विना व्याकरणम् अधीते इति अत्र अर्थः. देवदत्तः उपनिषदं धारयन्. He has completely memorized or become expert at all the Upanishads. So kashtam vina Upanishadah atmasat kurute, effortlessly got hold or mastery over all the Upanishads. So ingaha धारेः च धात्वोः शत्रु प्रत्ययः भवति. अकृच्छिणी effortlessly, अकृच्छिणी कर्तरि. अकृच्छः सुखसाध्यः, अकृच्छः सुखसाध्यः यस्य कर्तुः धात्वर्थः सः अकृच्छी. अधीयन् पारायणं धारयन् उपनिषदम् इति अत्र उदाहरणानि. अकृच्छिणी इति किं? कृच्छेण अधीते. If you need to put a lot of efforts while studying, you don't say व्याकरणम् अधीयन्. एतादृशः प्रयोगः न भवति. देवदत्तः व्याकरणम् अधीयन् गच्छति, देवदत्तः व्याकरणम् अधीयन् पाठयति. एतादृशाः प्रयोगाः कदा भवन्ति? सरलरूपेण तस्य ज्ञानं लभ्यते, सरलरूपेण तस्य अध्ययनं कर्तुं शक्यते, धारणं कर्तुं शक्यते, तर्हि अत्र अयं प्रयोगः भवति। कृच्छ्रेण अधीते कृच्छ्रेण धारयति इति अत्र दुःखम् अस्ति, कष्टः अस्ति चेत् प्रयोगः न भवति। सो कौमुदी आभ्याम् इत्युक्ते इङ् तथा धारि एताभ्यां धातुभ्यां शत्रुप्रत्ययः स्यात्। अकृच्छिणि कर्तरि, अधीयन् धारयन् इति उदाहरणानि। अकृच्छिणि इति किं? कृच्छ्रेण अधीते धारयति इति अर्थः। इति अत्र शत्रुप्रत्ययः न भवति। दुःखम् अस्ति चेत् शत्रुप्रत्ययः न भवति। Now there is one comment I want to make over here. How keenly you should be thinking. I'm giving an example over here. So I was expecting this question, but the question is not very simple actually. So you need to really think about these usages precisely, and I don't think it's possible on first learning. So I'll just point out something that looks odd in this particular statement. Look at this particular statement. Devadattaha vyakaranam adhiyan gacchati iti vadamah, or Devadattaha vyakaranam adhiyan vadati. So Devadattaha vadati. Kidrushaha Devadattaha? The one who has very easily mastered the entire grammar. Tadrushaha Devadattaha. Now look at this particular statement. Adhiyan ityasya karta asti Devadatta, karma asti vyakaranam. Idanim ayam krut pratyayanta shabdah asti. कृत प्रत्ययान्त शब्दस्य उपस्थितौ कर्तृकर्मणोः कृति इत्यनेन कर्मपदस्य षष्ठी विभक्ति भवेत्. So technically the karma padam should be in षष्ठी. Now remember, yesterday also we talked about this, but yesterday we took help of a sutram called na lokavye nishtha khalartratrunam. Tatra asmabhi kim drushtam? La ityasya adesha rupena vidhiyamanah yah shatru pratyayah shanit pratyayah tasya vishaye karma padasya षष्ठी प्रतिषिध्यते. So Shatru is not hard coded in that sutram. There is a L present over there. Lakarasya adesha rupena vidhiyamanaha Shatru pratyah iti tatra arthaha asi. So there, when we say Devadattaha odanam pachan gacchati, in that particular statement, odanam, it could be dvitiya because Shashti was blocked by nalokavya nishtha khalartartrunam. Now there is a problem here. This Shatru pratyay is not ladesha. It is not coming from letter. You don't see. Look at the commentaries. Ingaha dhare he dhatvoho Shatru pratyaya bhavati. They are explicit over here. If you go back to Lakshana hetvo kriyayaha, look at what they say in Lakshana hetvo kriyayaha. Lakshane hetau charthe vartamana dhatoho parasya lataha shatrushanachau bhavataha. So the commentaries are very explicit. When it comes to Lakshana hetvoho kriyayaha, it is the lakara that gets converted to Shatru and Shanach. On the other hand, when you have other sutras like Ingdharyo, Shatrukritchini and so on, it is the Shatru that comes directly. So then if Shatru is coming directly, why is Vyakaranam not going into Shashti? It should be going into Shashti by Kartrikarmanoho Kruti. You cannot apply Nalokave Nishna Khalarthratrunam because La is not being converted to Shatru over here. So the question that I want to keep pending for now is अत्र व्याकरणं शब्दस्य षष्ठी विभक्ति किमर्थं नास्ति? अत्र व्याकरण शब्दस्य द्वितीया एव किमर्थम् अस्ति? तस्य उत्तरं किंचित अग्रे पठामः. Some 3 classes or 4 classes later, I will talk about this particular answer because same question we are going to ask about other pratyayas. So if you go to this particular list, you look at the shanan pratyaya, you look at the shanach pratyaya. For all these pratyayas, the same question will come. And then I'll give a beautiful explanation of all these together. So for now, we'll just keep this Shanach Pratyaya, we'll keep this Shatru Pratyaya over here. We'll just, for this Shatru Pratyaya, we'll keep park the question over here. Tatra Karma Padasya Shashti Vibhakti Bhavet, Parantu Tatra Dvitiya Asti, Katham Tasya Samarthanam Kriyate. इति अत्र प्रश्नः तस्य उत्तरम् अग्रे गत्वा पश्यामः. We are running out of time, so I won't take. There are a few questions that are unanswered, but I won't take them. We'll take 3 more sutras, actually very simple sutras, and we should be able to stop on time. So, Ingdharyo Shatrakrachini, Agrimam Sutramasti Dvisho Mitre, Dvishaha Amitre, Amitra ityukte Shatruhu. So, Shatruhu asti. तस्य निर्देशार्थम द्विष धातोः शत्रु प्रत्ययः भवति. Don't get confused. शत्रु इत्यस्य निर्देशार्थं शत्रु इति प्रत्ययः। सो द्विष धातोः अमित्रः और शत्रुः अस्य निर्देशार्थं शत्रु प्रत्ययः भवति, and then we get द्विषन् इति शब्दः। द्विषन् इति शब्दः मूर्धन्यः अस्ति, द्विषन्। So रामः रावणं द्विषन्। Rama is an enemy of Ravana. Again here, you don't say Ramah Ravanasya Dvishan. You say Ramah Ravanam Dvishan. Shashti doesn't come, Dvitiya come. I'll explain that a few classes later. Not next class, few classes later. We have a lot of material to cover in between. So Dvisho Mitre, Amitraha ityukte Shatruhu, Amitre Kartari, Dvishadhatoho Shatru Pratyah Bhavati, Dvishan, Dvishanto, Dvishantaha, Atrapi Prathama Samanadhikaranam Eva. So that's what I'm saying. At some places, he explicitly gives Prathama Samanadhikaranam. These sutras are essentially to tell that in previous few situations, or the main situation, Lata Shatrushane Chava Prathama Samanadhikarane, there was no Prathama Samanadhikaranam allowed. Now that is being allowed for certain special cases. So Amitraha Shatruhu, Amitre Kartari Dvisher Dhatoho Shatru Pratyaya Bhavati, Dvishan, Dvishanto, Dvishantaha, and so on. Amitre iti kim? Tatra kevalam dveshah asti, shatrutvam nasti. So for example, Bharya Patim Dveshti, the wife hates the husband. Now this is not an actual situation of enemy like Rama versus Ravana. So then you don't say Dvishan, Bharya Patim Dveshti ityatra etadrisha asya sutrasya prayogah na bhavati. So Dvishan Shatruhu iti kaumudyam udariyate. Agre, so Ingdharyo Shatrukachini, Dvisho Mitre, Suyo Yajna Sanyoge. Suya, Suya Abhishave, to do the Abhisheka, put holy water or milk or whatever. So Shuya Abhishave iti dhatuhu. In the context of the Yajna, when there is an Abhisheka going on, Shuya Abhishave iti dhatuhu. In the context of the Yajna, when there is some Abhisheka going on, the host of the Yajna, the king, for example, for whom the Yajna is done, that king is referred by adding a Shatru Pratyaya on the Yaja Dhatu. So, on the Su Dhatu. Suyo iti asti. Su Dhatu. So, fifth Panchama Gana Swadiganasya Prathamaha Dhatu Su iti asti. Asmad Dhatoho Shatru Pratyaye Krute Tatra Shnu iti Vikaranamapi agacchati. Sunvan iti Shabdaha siddhyati. Devadattaha Sunvan. Sarve Yajamanaha Sunvantaha. So what is a Sunvan? The one who is doing the Abhisheka. He may not be physically doing the Abhisheka. The actual person who is doing the Abhisheka might be a priest that has been invited to do the Yajna. But the host of that Yajna, the owner of that Yajna, the one for which the entire phala will be obtained, that particular person is Devadatta. So then tasya nirdeshartham atra sunvan iti shabdaha bhavati. So atra yajnasya swaminaha grahanam bhavati. Yajnasya kartrunam, the actual person who is doing the yajna, tasya grahanam na bhavati. The one who is the owner of that yajna, owner in the sense host, yajamana, tasya atra grahanam bhavati. So yajnena atra pashyamaha kashika suyo yajna sanyoge iti sutram yajna sanyogaha. So yajnena sanyogaha yajna sanyogaha yajna sanyukte abhishave vartamanat सुनोतेः धातोः शत्रु प्रत्ययः भवति. सर्वे सुन्वन्तः, सर्वे यजमानाः, सत्रिणः, सत्रिणः is the one who does the abhisheka, सत्रिणः उच्यन्ते. संयोग ग्रहणं सुयो यज्ञे इति किमर्थं नास्ति? सुयो यज्ञ संयोगे इति किमर्थम् अस्ति? संयोग ग्रहणं प्रधान कर्तु प्रतिपत्त्यर्थं. प्रधान कर्तु, the main person in the yajna is not the priest. The main person is the yajamana, is the owner for which the yajna is being done. So sanyog grahanam pradhana kartru pratipatyartham yajakeshu mabhut. Not for the priests, but for the actual owner. Yajna sanyoge iti kim? Anyatra yajnam vina anyatra abhishekah asti tarhi sunvan iti na uchyate suram sunoti. So now if you see these examples, when you take a statement like Suram Sunoti, you cannot actually blindly apply Prathama Samanadhikaranam by using Shatru and Shanacha and say Suram Sunvan Asti. So Suram Sunvanasti is not even an acceptable prayoga because Suya Dhatu will get the Shatru Pratyaya only when there is a Yajna Sanyoga, only when it is the context of the Yajna. In order to account for all these cases and hundreds of other the cases that have not been used, anabhidhanam, in order to account for all that, Bhashyakara just says that yatra prayogaha drishtaha, or Kashika says, Kaubudi says, yatra prayogaha drishtaha tatra te sadhavaha mantavyaha kvachid bhavati. So all these, whatever extra clauses that have been added are basically to indicate that please don't randomly take a sentence in the lat lakara and convert it into shatru pratyaya. It will not always work. That's the summary over there. So yajna sanyoge iti kim sunoti suram kaumudyam tatra sarve sunvantah सर्वे यजमानाः सत्रिणः, सत्रिन इति शब्दः, सत्री सत्रिणौ सत्रिणः, the one who are performing the yajna, performing in the sense owners of the yajna iti atra arthah. So that is suyo yajna sanyoge, the last sutram. Let me just quickly recite. Indharyo shatyakrachini visho mitre suyo yajna sanyoge arha prashamsayam. So the last sutra in this particular sequence is arha prashamsayam. Prashamsa ityukte stutihi. You are using the verb arha and you are actually saying that you deserve it by with a tone of stuti, with a tone of praising. So you have scored so good marks in the entrance test that you deserve entering this class. So that eligibility, and for example, if the cutoff is say 40 marks out of 100, anybody who has got 50 marks is also eligible. Anybody who has got 90 marks is also eligible. But the one who has got 90 marks, the teacher is very happy to have him in the class as against somebody who has got say 45 or 50 marks. So yogyata nirdeshaha eva na kevalam yogyata nirdeshaha nasti. The one who has got 45 marks is also eligible. The one who has got 95 marks also is eligible. Tatra prashamsa kasya vishaye asti. The one who has got 95 marks, tasya vishaye prasamsa asti. You have scored so much in the exam, entrance exam, that you are perfectly eligible. You are now most welcome to this course. So tatra yogyata nirdeshe prashamsayam gamyamanayam arhadhato shatru pratyah bhavati devadattaha vidyam arhan devadattaha vidyarjanam kartum yogyah asti iti arthaha. So prashamsa stutihi arhatehe dhatoho प्रशंसायां शत्रु प्रत्ययः भवति arhan iha bhavan vidyam. You have satisfied all the prerequisites and now you are eligible. I'm happy to inform that you're eligible to earn the knowledge. Arhan iha bhavan pujam. Prashamsayam iti kim shoraha vadham arhati. This thief is eligible for being killed. Tatrapi arhata asti parantu tatra prashamsa nasti. Asyam stitau atra arhan iti shabdah na bhavati. So arhati choraha vadham ityatra arhan iti shabdah na bhavati. Kaumudyam kimapi nasti kevalam arhan iti ekah shabdah tatra uktah asti. So we need to learn Kaumudi and Kashika together to be able to understand the sutra correctly. So prashamsayam ityeva arhate dhatoh shatru iti pratyayah bhavati bhavan vidyam arhati iti atra udaharanam. Now there is one slide over here, but it's a slight deviation from whatever we are doing. So let me just park this slide for now. We still have 5-7 minutes, but I think we have already covered so many sutras today. So atra kim asti shatrushanach pratyanta shabdebhyah neep shatru pratyanta shabda neep iti stri pratyaya bhavati. So for example, when you say pachat, tasya stritve vivakshite neep pratyaya krute pachanti iti bhavati. Whereas shanach pratyaya asti tatra pachamana ityasya pachamana tap iti bhavati. So the final conclusion, I'll just read this blue line, yellow line. Final conclusion is that shatru pratyanta shabdebhyah ugitvat, they are shatru. So ugit asti atah ugitasya iti neep pratyayah bhavati. Shanach pratyanta shabdah asti jet adantaah santi ajadyatashtat iti tap pratyayah bhavati. That is the only conclusion. So there is nothing fancy going on. That is what we saw in yesterday's class also. But there are some, I mean, an over curious student tries to ask some weird doubts, and then these doubts are somehow justified by the teacher. So this aspect, you see it somewhere in Balamanorama. You see it mentioned at some one or two random places in Bhashya. So I have like collected it and presented it over here. I'll keep this slide in today's PPT. Those of you are interested can take a look at it, read on your own. In upcoming classes, if time permits, I will explain this. Otherwise, we can keep this for self-study for those who want to study more. So तत्र शत्रुशानप्रत्ययान्त शब्देभ्यः स्त्री प्रत्ययः इत्युक्ते उगितस्य इति ङीप् कथं भवति, अत्र टाप् इति कथं भवति, तस्मिन् विषये काचित् शास्त्रचर्चा अत्र कृता अस्ति. So that's it. समापयामः. अद्यतनवर्गे अस्माभिः वर्तमाने लटशत्रुशानशाव प्रथमा समानाधिकरणे संबोधने च लक्षणहेतवोः क्रियायाः तौ सत् इति सूत्राणि दृष्टानि. तदनन्तरं पूङ्यजोश्चानन तथा ताच्छील्यवयोवचनशक्तिषु चानश इति सूत्रद्वयं त्यक्तम्. अग्रे पठामः. इंधार्यो शत्रपृक्षिणी द्विषो मित्रे सुयो यज्ञसंयोगे अर्ह प्रशंसायाम् इति सर्वाणि सूत्राणि अद्यतनवर्गे अस्माभिः अधीतानि. This completes the account of the sutras for Shatru and Shanach. The next important point is the prakriya for Shatru and Shanach. Thankfully, that prakriya is not as complex as Nishtha. In fact, there is nothing in this course that is more complex than Nishtha. Whatever we studied for the Nishtha was the peak Charama Sima of the complexity of prakriya. So the prakriya for Shatru and Shanach will be complex, but it is not like some 2 months for the entire prakriya. We just need 3 or 4 classes, probably 3 classes. So next full week and maybe 1 class in the week after that. That's all for the Shatru and Shanach prakriya. So the next plan is to study Shatru and Shanach prakriya, and then after that prakriya is complete, we will come back to this sheet and then learn the remaining sutras. Bhuvo samyantaryoho ityasmat arabhya mati buddhi pujatebhyascha, and the missing sutras Pung, Yajo, Shanana and Tachilya. These sutras are missing. So we will study these sutras after the prakriya. With that, we will be completing Vartamanadhikara. Then we will go to the 6th sheet, Tachilikaha, where we will study this middle fragment, which is actually embedded in the Vartamanadhikara. Abhyasam Pashyamaha. Because today's class was all about the sutras, the homework is also purely about the sutras. Sutrani Sankshepena Swabhashaya Spashtikurta. 5 sutras Indharyon Shatrakrachini, Visho Mitre, Suyo Yajna Sanyoge, Arha Prashamsayam, and Tau Sat. Ityetesham Swabhashaya Artha Lekhaniyah. Tadanantaram Dvitiyah Prashnah. पुनरेकवारं सूत्रस्य विषये एव लक्षणहेतवोः क्रियायाः इति सूत्रं स्वभाषया सोदाहरणं दलकृत्यं प्रदर्श स्पष्टीकुरुत इति अत्र द्वितीयः प्रश्नः. समापयामः. श्वः अभ्यासचर्चा नास्ति. अग्रिमसप्ताहे वर्गद्वयं ततः च शनिवासरे अभ्यासचर्चा अपि भविष्यति. अष्टाध्यायी जगन्माता यस्य चित्तात् समुत्थिता वेदानामुपकाराय तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. शब्द ब्रह्म समाराध्य कृतमान्यो विलक्षणं सर्वाश्चर्यमिदं शास्त्रं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. येन धौता गिरः पुंसां विमले शब्दवारिभिः तमश्चाज्ञानजं भिन्नं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. धन्यवादः.